Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. There are a lot of new people here. I'm getting a little nervous, y'all. I'm used to being goofy and weird and wackadoodle, and I don't know if I can do that with a lot of people watching. For me, a lot of people. So I'm going to say this real quick because there are some new people here. I don't teach, I don't sell. I'm not an artist, but I like to play with art supplies. And I'm not trained. That's why I don't teach, because I don't know what I'm doing. And half the time, I don't like well, that's not true. Lately, I've liked a lot of what I've done, especially like this yesterday. This shape, I don't know what it is. Anyhow, okay. So today, the prompt is Rise. This is my Sourdough Journal project, where I am using the same piece of paper, this piece of paper that I made, that I'm just tearing pieces off of it like you would a sourdough starter, and using it every day. And on my prompts are bread related. So today we're going to use this piece. And it's all going to go in here. My journal from my little journal. Heba al-Sabai. But she's just in Georgia. I'm in South Carolina. So I like to support little people, and she's a great little person. Doesn't know who I am, just saying. Okay, so today, Rise. This could be a challenge. Let's go with yellow because there's pink. Let's see if I can find something in here that I did that had yellow on it. Oh, and I'm also making myself use this pile of paper that was in a folder marked February from last February that I never finished using. So I'm going to try to finish it up. Ooh, here's a yellow. Kind of a mustardy yellow. Here's a lemon yellow. I like this one better. So, actually, those kind of look like rising suns or rising mountains, but they don't really match my color scheme. But maybe I can make those shapes out of here. Cut them this shape. Hey, let's replicate this paper, sort of. Sort of. Anyhow, I'm going to put this starter paper on the back of one of these big ones and cut it out in the same shape. I like to work intuitively. I rarely know what I'm going to do when I sit down here every morning. And that's kind of like the way I like it. Okay, this is a little bit, that's okay. It's a little bit taller, but that's okay. Mountains aren't all the same shape. So yeah, I work intuitively. I don't teach because I rarely know what I'm doing. I have gotten more abstract. I love collage. And I don't really like using store-bought paper anymore. I used to scrapbook a ton. And then I discovered the Travelers notebook size, which I absolutely love. Thus the name. And sometimes I veer off that project size. And I have a lot in the last few months. So I'm trying to get back to the size. So thus this project, or this size. I don't like that really. Oh, you know why? Because it's supposed to be this side, this way. Okay. I don't know if I like that either. I really don't know the rules of journaling. Well, I'm not a rule follower. I'm also a quilter, and I don't follow the rules in quilting either. Yeah. I don't like to do what everybody else is doing. Sometimes that's to my detriment, and sometimes it works. And I have a squeaky table. It comes and goes. Right now it's squeaky. Okay, I really don't like that. That doesn't scream anything to me. Probably because this color and these colors and that color don't go together. without these, it's not so bad. Who says I have to use this side? Maybe I can use this side. Oh dear. Told you I wasn't a rule follower. I haven't been following my own rules now. I kind of, okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I never said I had, I mean, the bread, the starter is multi-sided, right? Right. Okay. And then what can we do to these? Let's make them yellow and pink. Maybe some orange. And I might do that with tempera paint sticks, only because they dry fast. I love these things. It's like lipstick for your art supplies. They're not expensive as far as art supplies go. I don't think they're considered artistic if you are very artistic, but I don't care. I like them. Okay. Oh, yeah, yes. Okay, this needs a little pink over here too. And because mine are dirty, there's a little bit of other color in here, which is fine. If it wants to come to play, it can come and play. Okay. Now, let's not make these so plain. I'm thinking. I don't know. It's better on the other side. The grass is always greener on the other side, right? But, ooh, there was an earthquake in Oklahoma the other day, a substantial one. We've been having a lot of earthquakes here in the last year. It's so funny because, I mean, I grew up in earthquake country, across the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and it's so funny to be here in South Carolina for so many years, and now all of a sudden we're having a lot. But I mean, Charleston had an earthquake right after the Civil War, and a ton of damage was done. They have earthquake poles through their houses, the historic houses in Charleston. There's a woodpecker right out here somewhere. So there's lots of fault lines in South Carolina, which is where I am, in the middle of the state. Okay. All right. What if how did I start in journaling like this? I scrapbooked for years in the 12 by 12 size, but I'm in a small house, and I was like, I'm running out of room here, people. And I probably have at least 20 12 by 12 size scrapbooks. But I love to travel, and we did a lot of traveling. We have done a lot of traveling. And we're a little bit more sedentary as we get a little older, and after I shattered an ankle, we're a lot more sedentary, and our living conditions are a little different because we have a beach house that we can go to also, and so we don't travel as much. The last place we went was, the last place I went, my husband is older than I am, and he's not a flyer anymore. He does not like to get on an airplane. He feels too cramped. Even though he's not that big of a person, he's bigger than me. I'm only 5 feet tall, but he's bigger. He doesn't like sitting still. He's never liked sitting still. He's got to be doing a project all the time. All right, what if I added a little green to bring out some of the green in the background? Anyhow, so I have done a few trips with friends or and on my own. But in May of 2023, I went to Vietnam. It was phenomenal. Life-changing. And so anyhow, that's how I got started in. I don't like that shape. Ugh. How do I change that? Okay, that's a little bit better. It's bringing in some of the green from the background. I still don't like it. Okay, there is black on here too. But anyhow, so I have not scrapbooked in 12 by 12 size for a very long time. I was watching YouTube one day and saw Amy Tangerine, I think, was the first person I saw use this traveler's notebook. I'm like, what is that? So I do what you do. I Googled that and I'm like, wow. So I got a couple. You can get them on Amazon, and at that time you could too, which was probably 7 years ago or so. Maybe. Yeah, 7 or 8 years ago. And I had been to Israel in 2008. And I still had an ephemera box full of stuff from Israel. So I got out the traveler's notebook, and I started putting in the extra ephemera and recreating my trip again in that size. Loved it. At the time, my mother was still alive, and she was over here, and she was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just love this size. And I've been a convert ever since. Haven't made a 12 by 12 since. And I love a Hobonichi. I recreated my Vietnam in my Hobonichi and in a traveler's notebook. Ouch. Oh dear, stuff is flying. But since then, I have figured out that I like making my own paper. This was a Kelly Perky subscription that I had for years that then turned into the Paper Person. And I'm going to get on. I love a jelly plate. And I make a lot of paper on my jelly plate or just like slapping paint on something. Well, I can't talk and make art at the same time. But in the last year, I really, really have gotten into a very much of a mixed media, some would say grunge phase. Definitely abstract. I really don't like this at all. Okay, where is my... All right, I have to use this, and I have to use that, because that's my starter. Okay. What if... I kind of like this shape better. Bigger shape. But I like to work intuitively. I don't sit here and plan anything. I have tried. I usually screw it up royally. The old subscribers can witness that effect. Okay, I do like that bigger shape. But I learn as I go. I've been to the art school of the YouTubes. And I don't think I've graduated yet. Oh, I do like to stack stuff. Okay, I like that better. And now I'm seeing a lot of white right here. This stuff dries pretty darn fast. Can you rise above, rise to the right, and rise below? It's really not the right color of green. It needs to be darker. These things come like in a set of 20 or so. And I got these on Amazon. I get most everything on Amazon. We don't have a good journaling store here. We have one in Charlotte, thanks to Judy who told me about it, called Good Postage. And they are an affiliate for Traveler's Notebooks. But that's 2 hours away, if there's no traffic. Something's missing. Maybe a tiny shape in the middle here. Some little rises. There's just 2 of us, so we have little piles of dough at our house. Not really. Oh, I kind of like that now. That is the husband and the dog. You will hear me talk about this dog if you're here for any length of time. He is a holy terror. Cute as a button, but he knows it. And he's 3, so he's quite young, and he's a wild child. We had a Maltese for 16 years, and that dog was delightful. This one is not. It's not a Maltese. It's a Havanese. Talk to people before you get a Havanese, because they are a breed to themselves. Okay, I kind of like that. I don't dislike it. I think I'm going to glue it down. So yeah, there's a lot of new people here, and welcome, welcome. I try not to, I'm not very technically educated either. So sometimes I'm out of shot. Sometimes my light is in the wrong place. I am getting a new camera thing because the situation I have here is not ideal at best. And I saw somebody using this other thing. I'm like, oh, that's better than what I got. And will work in my circumstances. Because my room is a hodgepodge of things cobbled together. Okay. Now, what if I were to take, ooh, gold. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. I am a gold person. Just in little tiny lines of gold here and there, kind of connecting the bottom layer and these other layers by drawing across it. So to connect them. Lordy, that's not good. I knew I was risking it by not doing this on a paintbrush. I kind of want just lines. I don't want this blob. I want lines because they're kind of rising, right? Pathways to rise. Got glob. I don't know if you can see these yet. Kind of hard to see this in the camera. But I do like that. That's better. And I usually don't stop in the right place. I'm either gone too far or I don't go far enough. But I'm getting braver these days. kind of putting more water on here, which is kind of lightening it. I don't know if you can see. Ooh, can you see the gold a little bit? Yeah. Wow. Okay, I don't hate it anymore. I feel like it needs something else. What other colors over here? Ooh, I like this color. Ooh, and that kind of matches the pink. I wonder. I just want to do circles of this. Oh dear. I do like a good circle. But I have branched out into other shapes too. 2 new shapes in this journal. Okay, this looks like watermelon. Just a few, maybe? Am I forcing something that doesn't need to be there? How about just 3? Okay. I don't want these to be lined up. There. Don't hate it. We're going to go with it. All right, and now I need to write the word on here, which the way I've been doing it is writing it in gold marker and then black Foodinesque pen over it. I will every once in a while tell you things that are great, in my opinion. But I'm not sponsored. A Foodinesque pen. Love these things. Those can be on Amazon too. Okay, I'm just going to write right here, rise. And then I've gone over it in black because it's in gold. And it stands out a little bit better. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I don't hate it. That's good. That's progress. Where's my thing? Here it is. And I punch these holes manually and they are not right. So my things are all falling out, which shouldn't be. Okay, here's starter. Here's artesian, which I love this one. This is kneading. Then we had yeast. And now we have rise. And this is our page for tomorrow, which I have no idea what it is. This is paper that I purchased in a Kelly Perky / Paper Person monthly subscription for like 3 years. I have used hardly any of it. And I kept getting it and getting it and getting it with the hopes that I would use it. And I didn't. So I couldn't throw it away because, hello. So I slapped paint on it and now I'm able to use it. Even if I cover it up. One of these I covered up completely. This one, the kneading one, I covered up completely. But I'm really liking this. Really liking this. Okay. I don't know what tomorrow is because I haven't looked it up yet. So, thanks for watching. Welcome to all the new people, and I appreciate you watching. Here for the community, strictly. And I kind of like all that pink. It's like watermelon. The watermelon has risen. Thanks for watching. Bye. Are you supposed to be in here? Gunner. Gunner. Do you know where my pillow is? Have you any idea where my pillow is?